Hey there, how there, ho there, it's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another Stone Cold Hockey video. We're going through the playoffs in Stone Cold Hockey for the 78-79 Boston Bruins because we finished their 80 games, pathetically 36, 28, and 16 for the team, and all that. Much, much worse than our normal record. Our real record was 43, 23, and 14, but we've lost a lot more than we should have had it. Look at the schedule and looking. I was like, where did it all go wrong? We started off with a 7 game unbeaten streak. After that, 31, 28, and 14. So basically, we had some troubles. We were 5-0 and 2 and then lost 3 straight. And then we had a. What? Yeah, we had a 3 game losing streak to Detroit Minnesota Toronto and the Cupcakes. Yummy, yummy. And then we had a 6 game winless streak in February. Lost to Colorado of all teams, and then we lost to LA, Vancouver, tied Colorado, and then again in Philly, Minnesota. So we were struggling against Colorado of all teams. And then we had another long drought after beating Detroit. We tied Atlanta, then lost to Minnesota, the Islanders again, tied New York, lost to Chicago, tied Toronto. So 7 game winless streak and all that. So yeah, a 7 game winless streak in March. So had a couple of terrible streaks for our team. Um, this was our regular season stuff. McNabb with the most goals, 42, and the most points, 92. Terry O'Reilly, second, 55 assists. Our goaltending wasn't really the greatest. Around we kind of split Chaubert and Petty, kind of Cheevers. Yeah, Cheevers was not as young as she was. Well, he was. Anyway, so top 3 teams in each division in the 78-79 season moved on to the playoffs. Islanders, Chicago, us, and Montreal won our divisions, and we actually get qualifying for the quarterfinals. The other teams, the Rangers, Philly, Vancouver, St. Louis, Buffalo, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, LA, made the playoffs, and based on points, got to the preliminary round. One of the big shocks was Atlanta, fourth in their division. They would have won the Smythe division handily, and taken third in the Adams division. So they got hosed. The Leafs actually got 71 points. They would have been third in the Smythe, and they got hosed. Washington had 75 points. They would have been second in the Smythe or even third in the Adams, and they would have made the playoffs. And Washington got 33 wins. Pittsburgh, on the strength of their 22 ties. So we were 22-10 at home, 14-18 and 8 on the road. On to the playoffs. The preliminary round saw no upsets based on points. Rangers took on the Blues, Flyers, Canucks, Sabres, North Stars, and Penguins, Kings. No major upsets. Rangers actually did lose game 1 to St. Louis, and we thought St. Louis might have pulled off the upset over the 79 Rangers, who made the finals in real life. But not so fast. Philly swept Vancouver. Pittsburgh had a tough time with LA. And Buffalo lost game 1 in overtime to Minnesota, but won the next 2. So no surprise there. So by points, it means the Islanders played the Blackhawks, Rangers played the Penguins, we played the Flyers, and Montreal takes on Buffalo. So of course, what's oh yeah, do we? Oh, we don't simulate, right? I don't remember if we have to play all 7 games at once. Oh yes, we do. We do. We do. Yeah, this is different, right? Yeah, hang on. All right, so we have to do our games. All that the other 3 series are simulated. Game 1 sees the Cupcakes beat the Islanders 4-1. Espo losing to Billy Smith as Chicago got a goal by Mike Shaker Walton, who we had for a while. The Islanders had goals by Trottier, Gillies, Bossy, and Bossy. Rangers beat Pittsburgh 5-4. Yeah, the Rangers had to go to a preliminary round, but I guess by point. Yeah, by points they got in. So yeah, the Rangers took down Pittsburgh 5-4. Davidson beat Heron. Goals by Pittsburgh goes by McAdam, Kehoe, and Kehoe. Ranger goes by Nielsen, Talibus, Wolkachuk, Kitchener, and Dugai. That's it. Matters. Montreal beat Buffalo 5-3 as Dryden took down Gary Everts. Gun Everts, sorry. Kitchener. Sabres goals by Jacques Richard, Gilbert Perreault, and Bob Stewart. Montreal goals by Shutt, Mario Tremblay, Steve Shutt, Guy Lapointe, and Jacques Lemaire. So now we play game 1 against the Flyers in Philadelphia, and they put Wayne Stevenson in net. We put Cheevers in net. So yeah, Wayne Stevenson who had to take over Philadelphia goalie duties after Bernie Perron in real life had a stick go through his eye mask. See Perron, Robbie Moore, Pete Peterson, Rick St. Croix. We have Cheevers, Gilbert, and Jim Petty if we need it. Our lineup: Rick Middleton, guy we fleeced from the Rangers, in 76 for Ken Hodge. Peter McNabb, goals and points leader. John the Animal Wensick, gentleman John Rattel, Wayne Crashman, the guy who was could have been the hero for Boston in the Stanley Cup semifinal against Montreal, but wasn't. Taz O'Reilly, blah, blah. Donnie Marcotte, Bobby Schmaltz, Al Secord, before he went to the Blackhawks, Bob Miller, who looks like Scrooge from Saved by the Bell. I've been mentioning that. Dwight Foster, Kitchener, Al Sims, Brad Park, Dick Redmond, Rick Smith, Gary Doak, and Stan Jonathan. Stan Jonathan, the scapegoat of the 79 series against those pesky Canadians because there was too many men call for him. Tom Sonnian, Dennis O'Brien, Mike Milbury before he was whacking people with shoes and making bad GM decisions, and Bill Bennett. The Flyers have Bill Barber, Kitchener. We got Reggie Leach, the Riverton Rifle. Rick McLeish, good player too. Mel Bridgman, who would be a bumbling GM for the Ottawa Senators, ruining them in the expansion draft. Blake Dunlop, where did he come from? Paul Holmgren, who would score a hat trick in the next year for the Flyers in the Stanley Cup Finals against the Islanders, but they still lost. Bobby Clark, the heart and soul. Bane Wilson, Tom Garantz, Don Big Bird Zaleski, Bob Daly, Jimmy Watson, Dennis Benford, Bob Hound Kelly, Paul Evans, Ken the Rat Linsman, Al Hill, Barry Dean, Rick Lapointe, Dave Hoyda, Moose DuPont, Yves Preston, Fred Baff, and Kevin McCarthy. Four minutes into the game. 2 minutes later. Jetski or Marcotte, his first. Well, yeah, Boston and Philly. Philly had to go through the preliminaries, but we scored Marcotte from Rattel and Wensick. 1-0. Much later, 6 minutes later. Jet skiers, gentleman Jean Rattel. It's 2-0. Al Sims with the assist. 2 minutes later. Jet skiers, Stan Jonathan and the powwow. Well, he was a First Nations player. He scores from Middleton and Rattel, makes it 3-0 Boston. Oh boy. Wayne Wilson. They're undisciplined. And we score! Power play goal! Peter, Puckin Eater. He scores from Crashman, makes it 4-0. Already? Well, Bernie Perron's back from his eye injury. So in this universe, he's back from his eye injury. It is 4-0. It is the playoffs. They got it. Use them. But it doesn't matter. Crashman scores from Redmond and McNabb. It's 5-0. So he's got that. 4 minutes later. Let's go. Denmark. 1 minute later. What the hell? Phew. McNabb is second of the night on the power play. Makes it 6-3. So Peter McNabb makes sure that the Flyers don't like screw it over. 2 minutes later. And another penalty. Boff hurt Bob Miller. So Frank Boff will have to take a box. Martel can't do anything. Dick Redmond can't do anything. And they score. Reggie Leach from Dunlop and Kelly. 6-4. Wow. What a game one. And man, what a game one. We scored Middleton. Stuck in the Middleton with you from McNabb makes it 7-4. 5 minutes later. Animal Wensick. But then the Flyers take a penalty. It's McLeish. Holmgren was like, well, I had a chance. Open ice. And Middleton scores in the attack. His second of the night from O'Reilly and Park makes it 8-4. Boston on the power play. Cashman can't make it 9. Damn it. And there's a fight. Bane Wilson will fight Bob Miller because Philly has nothing left to play for. And we win 8-4. Man, we double up the Flyers. Yeah, 20 minutes. Wayne Stevenson gave up 4 goals. They're like, screw it. We have to figure a way. Well, don't blame Bertie Prawn. He did okay. We were up 5-0 and almost choked it. Argos, Marcotte, Rattel, Jonathan, McNabb, Cashman, McNabb, Middleton. Philly goes by Barber, Dunlop, and Reggie Leach. Eight to 4. All right, so we won game 1 in our series. Game 2, Islanders crushed Chicago 6-1. Pfizer losing to Chico. Bully with Chicago goal. Kaczynski, Trottier, Nystrom, Henning, Trottier scoring for the Cupcakes. Well, Chicago won their division. They were the worst seeded team. Pittsburgh beat the Rangers 3-2. Greg Millen with the win. R.I.P. Malone, Lonsberry, and Kehoe with the goals. Marwa Asbel with the goals. Montreal 4-2. Bunny beat Edwards again. Buffalo goals by Pearl and Loose. Kitchener for Loose. Mondu, Tremblay. Fuck Tremblay. Mondu. So game 2, Bernie and net against Cheevers. So if they decide that, fuck it, we're going to get Cheevers. Boston penalty on O'Brien. Fortunately, no goal. Oh, come on. No shot. Much later. Oh, Paul Evans. What was that? Who the hell is Paul Evans? Some guy between Kelly and Linsman. And we're down 1-0. Much later. Score! I can't do the Tasmanian Devil voices. Him from Park. Two minutes. Enforcers, fight! Crashman and Bridgman. So that hurts us because Cashman can shoot the puck. The puck gets hit. No, Mama. Oh, I thought Al Hill scored, but 1-1 after 2. So, yeah, I guess Bernie Peralta. That's weird. He gave up 4 goals in 2 periods, but what happened to him? I think they needed strategy. The first skillers, Ricky Dicky Doo. What can you do? Smith hit Ricky his first from Redmond and Miller. We're killing the clock. Reggie Leach. Mama. Did you? Yeah. Okay. Drake Foster? No. Kitchener. What the hell, Denny? Leon Hoida. Oh, guess what? We go to overtime 2-2. Sorry about that. So they got goes by Evans and Selesky. Selesky? Really? O'Reilly and Smith. 2-2 tie. Prolongation, bitch. 6-8? Damn it. Rattell couldn't do it. Overtime at Rolex. Taz O'Reilly at 119 from Rattell and Redmond. And the Boston Bruins are halfway to the semifinals. The Bruins win on prolongation. Taz O'Reilly. Yeah. Doing their job 3-2. So we did better. They did better defensively, but we won. We win. Islanders will lose in Chicago on an overtime goal by Grant Mulvey. Cupcakes. Cupcake. They were down 3-1, but Ponte and Clark Gilly scored goals. Rangers win 4-3. Wayne Thomas beats Danny Heron. Boy, R.I.P. Wayne Thomas. It would have been weird if Thomas played Millen, the battle of the R.I.Ps. Ranger goes by Gresh, Farish, Espo, and Marawa. Pittsburgh goes by Colin Campbell, Greg Shepard, former Bruin, and Greg Malone. Montreal with a shutout. Their one went away from doing it. Trying to beat Bob Sauvé. Larry Robinson, Kitchener. Hughes, shut Mondu. So, do we have a chance to go up 3-0? Montreal's already up 3-0. Cheevers versus Stevenson. So, we're back home. And a chance with the red died this time, made me feel. 3 minutes later, they can't score. 2 minutes later. Richmond for 2. Do we have a chance? No. O'Reilly and Jonathan got dumped. 4 minutes later. Al Sung and Dance Man scoring the goal from Cashman and Terry O'Reilly. I don't know about this Tom Sonyan guy. Did he really play a lot for the Bruins? Yeah, he played 43 games in the NHL. Yeah, he played 43 games in the NHL between 78 and 81 for the Bruins, 5 goals, 5 assists. He didn't play in the playoffs. He played 17 games in real life. Hey, Tom. Much later. Have a Foster spear and make it in Kitchener. The former Kitchener Rangers scores from Cashman and O'Reilly, makes it 2-0 Boston. 4 minutes later. Chance, O'Reilly. Oh, it's a woman. That was a woman. 5 minutes later. It's O'Reilly. Oh boy. And they score. Vandergert scores from Dunlap and Paul Evans, makes it 2-1. Primapoline by Directorine. McLeish from Linsman and Clark. The big boys score, and we are tied. No. Home agitator. No. It's 2-2. Just when you think it was over. Much later. Enforcer. Aggression. It's a fight between LaPointe and Terry O'Reilly. Well, Philly's like, those guys like Rick LaPointe are a dime a dozen. O'Reilly's out of luck. Apparently it's Crashman. Oh boy. But we killed the zone. Auto zone. We killed the zone. Philly. 2 minutes later. Ow. We might go to overtime again. Wednesday. No. Well, we're going back to overtime. Overtime. We scored with Thungian and Foster. They scored with Fairberger and McAleish. 2-2. 2-3. 5 minutes. Chance for us, Middleton. Oh, I thought we had it. No chance. No, Cashman. 4 minutes later. Overtime heroics, Blake Dunlap. And in 10:40 of overtime from Clark and Bane Wilson, the Flyers are back in this series. They win in overtime. Unreal. I thought we were going to be up 3-0. We were up 2-0 on these guys in the game and the series, and we blew it. Oh boy, this better not be a choke job. I know the 2022 Rangers were up 2-0 on the Lightning in the conference finals and 2-0 in the game, and they blew it. Montreal. They win 4-2. Dryden beats Edwards. Buffalo goes by Gear and Robert. Yvonne Hughes, Rule, and Riseborough. Kitchener. Islanders beat Chicago. They're now going home with a 3-1 series lead. Smith beat Espo. Chicago goes by Ribble twice. Dale Gribble. Bossy, Pockton, and Trottier for the Cupcakes. Rangers beat Pittsburgh. They're now up 3-1. Thomas beats Millen. Like I said, the battle of the RIP goalies. Yeah, Wayne Thomas died recently. Greg Millen died recently. Pittsburgh goes by Shutt, Lunsberry, and Malone. Hey, Greg. Hedberg, Hickey, Tugay, Telebus. So now, are we going to be up 3-1? Cheever's back in the net against Stevenson. Chili. 3 minutes. I am an animal, and I don't feel no pain. Animal from the Mudman. Wenzik from Burnout. Tommy Wojcicki or Hound Kelly from Bill Barber. 1-1. It's Hoida. Did we take advantage? No, they killed it. 20 minutes done. 1-1. Can we win? I think we will. Billy or Kitchener. Bill Barber from Holgram. Trying to break my heart as a former Kitchener Rangers trying to ruin me. 5 minutes later. We have a chance to tie. Flag. Come on. Philly? No. 2 minutes later. Here I am. I'm stuck in the Middleton with you. It's third from O'Brien and Milbury. There's a fight, and it's Bane Wilson and Terry O'Reilly. Both big fighters and both big boys. It hurts us because O'Reilly can score. And they score. Dunlap from Linsman makes it 3-2. Who the hell is this Blake Dunlap guy? I think he played in the WBA. What is scoring the attack? It's alright, because we're saved by the bell. Yeah, Bob Miller, who had the purr like Screech from Saved by the Bell. He scores from Rick Smith and Brad Park. We're tied. Again? Oh. So 3-3 after 2. So, yeah, game 1 was a blowout, but everything else has been like 50-50. A chance? No. We're the red die, remember. 10 minutes later, we go to the box. It's Wensick. We have a chance, Rick Luge. Dang. We have a chance, Dunlap. No. How did we stop these guys? 3 minutes later. Go! Ricky Smith from Schmaltz. 3-3. Empty net time. And they score! Barry Dean scores from Hill and McLeish. Where do they find these guys? So it's 4-4. With 11 seconds left. We were 11 seconds away from going up 3-1, going back to Philly, but we were up 3-1. And Dean scores from Hill and McLeish. Where do they find these guys? Like, Dean and the other guy, Linsman? No. But anyway, yeah. 4-4 tie. Nobody's had a 2-goal lead. Phillies had the lead twice. We've had the lead twice. Oh man, we go to overtime for the 3rd time. Do we end it? No, we don't. 3 minutes later. Another chance to end it. No, we don't. Later on. That's the towel. Oh my gosh, how did we miss? Philly have a chance. Evans, no. Yeah, that Paul Evans guy. 4 minutes later. They have a chance. Luge. Oh, we stopped them. Much later. Overtime comes over. The second time in the series. It was a long overtime, 17 minutes, 2 seconds. But O'Reilly from Cashman and Doak. And the Bruins are now up 3-1. They win on the progression. Man, oh man, what a series. 3 games going to overtime. We did it. Terry O'Reilly for the second time. I think that's the second. I think he scored the other overtime goal in game 2. But yeah, we did it. We're now up 3-1. Philly goes by Kelly, Barber, Dunlap, and Barry Dean. I think they're all with the letter B's. Yeah, 5 of the 9 goals were scored by people with the letter B. Philly scored 4 goals with guys with the first name B. Bob, Kelly, Bill Barber, Blake Dunlap, and then Barry Dean. We had 1 B. It was Brad Miller, Bobby Miller. Also Wedsick, Middleton, Rick Smith, and then O'Reilly. So we win 5-4 over the Flyers. So now, on to game 5. Did the others finish it off? They did, in overtime. I'm going to go by John Tonelli from Boston Trache. He beats Esposito. Give Chicago a lot of credit. They took the others to the limit. And was that game 2? Yeah, it was Taz. It was Taz, Jeff. Rangers beat Pittsburgh 5-4 as Davidson beat Heron. Pittsburgh was up 3-0 on goals by Lonsberry, Bianchi, and Lonsberry. But Rangers 3 goals in the second period. Hedberg, Espo, and then Hedberg again. Hickey and Nielsen for New York in the third period. Pittsburgh got Peter lead, but the Rangers are going to move on to the next round. So will the others. So 1, 2, 3. So that means the win. So that means if we beat the Flyers, we play the Islanders no matter what. Montreal and the Rangers will meet in the semifinals. In real life, they met in the finals, but yeah, the Islanders are the 1 seed, the Rangers 2 seed, Rangers Montreal 3 seed. We're trying for the first upset. No team has had an upset. We're up 3-1. And it will be Cheevers and Stevenson going toe-to-toe. 4 minutes into the game. They can't ski. Or Crashman does it again. His second from Marcotte. 1-0. We're trying to finish it. Catching up. Arbor Smith from the Fleece. And now Bill Weber wants to screw over the Kitchener boy. Battle. Penalty calciums. But they killed the son at home from Medine. 4 minutes later. Have a chance? McLeish, no, he stopped. Much later. We have a chance. Scores! Peter Puck Eater has third from Marcon and O'Brien. It's 2-1 B-Town. Yeah, it's weird. That blowout in game one, the first period blowout when we scored 4-0. Philly has played us pretty much even. 4 minutes later. Ouch. And we're targeting him. But then we score. Song and Dance Man, his second from Sims and Schmaltz. He's coming out of fucking nowhere. It's 3-1. Much later. Another 5. We have a chance. Stoke? No. 2 minutes later. We have a chance. Scores. Taz. His fourth from O'Brien and Doak. It's 4-1. This doesn't look good. And I think they're going to throw in the white flag. Rick St. Croix is going to come in to play the third period. But yeah, I think the Flyers are going to wave the white flag. Rick St. Croix has been told to go in the middle. Oh, they took a penalty. It's Bob Daly. We have a chance. We do. Power play goal. Crashman, his second of the night, third of the postseason from Wensick and Dwight Foster. There's an assist from Foster. Reduced. But the good news is we didn't have to take a penalty. Our defensive BK suffer on the injury roll. Oh yeah, Bane Wilson took a penalty. But we can't get the shot off. Doesn't really matter. At this point, I wouldn't worry. This is the end. We take a penalty, but it doesn't matter. The Boston Bruins take out the Philadelphia Flyers in 5 games, winning all 3 games in Philadelphia. We are the Road Warriors. Road Warriors, come out and play, or basically, ooh, what a rush. Ooh. So, yeah. 1 power play goal. Well, anyway, we win 5-2. Stevenson did all he could, but we kicked him to the curb with a 4-1 win. Barber and Leach scored for Philly. Good goal scorers, but we got Cashman with 2, McNabb, Sungen, and O'Reilly getting the goals. So we win, which means we do have to face those pesky Islanders. Yep, we have to face the Islanders now. Islanders, Boston, Rangers, Montreal. Oddly enough, it was the Final Four in real life. But in real life, the Islanders played the Rangers, Boston played Montreal. So yeah, so we have to take down the Islanders. And the Rangers have to take out Montreal. So what type of series are we going to have? I don't know. But let's look at the playoff stats. Phil Esposito, Bill Barber, Greg Malone, Rick Kehoe, Rick Lonsberry have 5 goals each. But Espo is the only one of those players who are still playing. Yeah, we have the goals against with Edwards and Heron. I guess Montreal shared or something with Dryden and LaRock or something. But yeah, doing our job and all that. So Espel's got 5. A lot of people 5 goals. O'Reilly's got 4. Points wise, Mike Bossy's got 12. Pat Hickey 11. Espel, Hedberg, and Pete Mahovlich with 10. Well, Pete Mahovlich isn't playing anymore. O'Reilly's had 8 points in those 5 games, and that was only in 5 games. But we'll see what he does, and let's see what we all do. Here. Yeah, you have 3 division winners and the Rangers who only lost by 2 points to the Islanders. So yeah. Yeah, we only lost by 2 points to the Flyers. They had 90 points, we had 88. But yeah, we beat Buffalo by 1 point for the division in the quarterfinal spot. But we proved our mettle, and now we got to face the Islanders. Scary. Anyhow, I'm Jeff Diamond.